What's up, YouTube? It's Jackrabbit here, and I'm back, and I'm going to talk Daredevil Board again. I'm going to talk Season 2, though. I did watch Season 1, but I'm going to talk some Season 2 stuff, which is who is going to be on this team Daredevil's putting together. Okay, to set the stage for anyone who's not watched Daredevil Board again, first of all, pause the video, go back, watch it, come back to this video, and then finish watching this. But, okay, have you gone? Have you gone? Okay, I'll start now. So, New York City is in a state of martial law, meaning no one can go in, no one can go out. So, whoever is on this team will have to be people that are in the 5 boroughs of New York. Okay, so I'm going to go over a few people that I've seen mentioned as possible members. I'm not going to throw any in myself. I'm just going to go over the ones I've seen. Okay, so first one is Ms. Marvel. No. 2 reasons. Pretty simple here. 1, she is from Jersey. Jersey City, I believe, which is not one of the 5 boroughs. Therefore, she would not be allowed to get in. And no, she's not going to try to superhero her way in. It would not be a smart idea. 2, last we heard she was in California, probably recruiting stature for her team. So she's not there. Next person, Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. Possible, but I would think she'd be with Ms. Marvel recruiting stature. Figuring since, or maybe she's in Chicago recruiting Riri Williams. We don't know. We don't know where she is, but I think she's probably with Ms. Marvel because 1, the end credit of the Marvels was Ms. Marvel recruiting Kate, and 2, Kate's rich. She can fly them anywhere they need to go. Now, now I'm not putting her completely off the table because her stepdad, basically like a father figure to her, swordsman, happened to be her mom's new boo at the time. I don't even think he was kind of a father figure, although Clint was more of a father figure to her. But Swordsman, who is kind of like family to her, is captured by Fisk. So there's always a chance. We just don't know where she is currently in the MCU. So it is possible that Haley Steinfeld could come back as Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. But we're going to put her as a possibility, but I don't think so I'm not going to expect it. So you guys shouldn't either. All right, Hawkeye, Clint. Speaking of Hawkeyes, got to talk about the main one. He's a no. He is a flat out no. And not because of anything with Jeremy Renner. I'm glad he's fully recovered and ready for the next Avengers movie that he shows up in. But no, because for one simple reason, he's outside the city of New York and the 5 boroughs. So there'd be no way he could make an appearance in Hawkeye. Because, as I said, New York City is under martial law. There's no way he'd be able to get in. Thankfully, Karen Page was able to get in before the martial law was instated. But since they're under martial law, there'd be no way he could get in. Alright, next up. Everybody's favorite. Spider-Man. Ain't gonna happen because of legal reasons, unfortunately. Because, unfortunately, due to legalities of how the character rights work, Marvel only has the permission to use him for movies. They don't have the TV rights for hour-long TV shows, which I think is weird. But, okay. But, I mean, because it would be cool to have him show up in a quick cameo. Or Kingpin show up in Spider-Man 4, which is possible. I don't know why everybody keeps saying, because Vincent D'Onofrio, the guy that played Kingpin, said it's impossible. No, it's not. Yes, it is true. Sony owns the movie rights for Kingpin, because he is a Spider-Man character. But here's a little wrinkle in that. He could show up in a Spider-Man movie. in the MCU Spider-Man movie. Yep, the rights work out that way. Lawyers are not hurting us there. Now, the likelihood Marvel's going to do that with him, I don't know. I mean, it would just make sense. I mean, he's mayor at Kingpin at the time when Spider-Man 4 is happening. It would make sense he would play a role in that movie. Referenced or play a big, decent role in that movie. But we'll see. Okay, so Spider-Man's a no. Another one I saw was Moon Knight. I can't remember where Moon Knight was from. I don't think he was from New York. I might have to look that up. So we're going to put him as a maybe. We'll put Moon Knight as a maybe. I don't remember where he was from. And again, I see him more showing up in like a Midnight Suns project, not a Defenders-like group. Even though he was I think he's been in the Defenders in the comics. Kind of hard to say. Okay, next up, New York resident. Because we're going to go through all anybody who could possibly show up. Doctor Strange. We don't know where he is in the MCU. Is he still in Dormammu's dimension? Is he back in New York? So he's a maybe. We'll put him as a maybe. Oh yeah, back to Spider-Man here. I totally forgot to say this part. My bad. Just typical Jack here. Shooting off the cuff, not writing stuff down. But another thing for him is Tom Holland. Super busy right now. Because he's got to be filming The Odyssey. Christopher Nolan, I believe, is making that. Yeah, I believe that's Christopher. But he's filming The Odyssey this year. He's filming Spider-Man 4. He's probably also going to have to do voiceover work or possible work on Avengers Doomsday, because he's going to appear in that. So he's a little too busy to film for Daredevil Born Again, even if they got permission and all that. So, yeah, no. So Moon Knight, again, maybe. I'm not sure. I can't remember where he was from. I don't think he was from New York City, though. All right, let's go. Slam dunk, 100%. Definitely happening. Punisher is more likely going to be on that team. More than likely. I mean, he was captured by Fisk at the end of Daredevil Born Again Season 1. He's going to be going after these Punisher cops anyways, because he don't like people messing with his... Yeah, no, that's not a... He's like, no. Don't try to hero worship me and you put my name through the mud. I don't play that game. Nope. So yeah, he's definitely going to be appearing. And since I already mentioned him, Swordsman. He's a very distinct possibility. I'll put him on, let's put him at 80% just to be safe. 80% possible he shows up too, which is cool. I'm glad to see the character again. I thought we wouldn't see him again after Hawkeye, to be honest. But I liked him. Next up. Oh, gosh. Okay, let's start with the Defenders characters now. Okay. Okay, so they're all in New York City area, last we saw, except for Danny Rand. But he could have returned to New York City, so we'll go. But, okay, I'll go over Danny first since I just said him. The actor's down. He's totally down. He said in interviews he'd like to do a Heroes for Hire project with Luke Cage. Actor. So he's down. Yes, last time we saw him, he was outside the New York City limits, but that's been quite a few years. So he could easily return. He finished his mission or whatever he was doing and returned. I would like him to return and all that. So yes, he's possible. Misty Knight, or whatever her name was, the cop from Luke Cage, she's possible. I mean, because, again, from New York City area, so she would be, but I don't know what the actress is up to and stuff like that. So, possible. Let's see. Luke Cage, possible. I think his actor Mike Coulter just finished up with a TV series, and he's actually free. And yes, Kevin Feige has been wanting to bring him back. It's just the issue is he was a very busy actor. But now he's freed up. He's in the New York City area, still running the Con Club, I believe was what it was called. So yes, he's in the New York City area. And yes, this anti-vigilante task force would affect him too. And he would not like it. So, yeah. Look, here, am I forgetting already? Oh, yeah, Jessica Jones. 100% guaranteed. I will always 100% guarantee she is returning and will be on this team. Because she was supposed to, in the original version, one of the original versions of Daredevil Born Again, that was actually Daredevil's mission. He was looking for Jessica Jones. And she, so yes, 100%. I almost guarantee you she will be back. She will be on this team. Yeah, so yeah, she's definitely good. And the actress has totally been teasing about her coming back. So yeah, she's definitely going to be back. I didn't think I forget. Oh, I did. I forgot the other sorcerer in the room. Oh god, that was a bad joke. I am so sorry. Wong. Could he be on this team? I would say probably not. I think they want to keep things ground level, but it's possible because he is in the New York City area. So it's always possible. Now, I don't think the anti-vigilante task force would really be, focusing on him that much, just because of the fact that, Wong kind of tries to stay out of the spotlight. But it's always possible that they try to go after him, but they're not going to be able to get him because his house, the Sanctorum Sanctorum, or however you pronounce it, actually hides via magic. So even if the anti-vigilante task force went to where it's supposed to be, it's not going to show up to them unless Wong wants it to show up for them. So yeah, like the time Spider-Man found it, it's just because, Doctor Strange already knew Spider-Man at that point when he went there in No Way Home. So that's why it showed up. But yeah, anybody he doesn't know, some random cops want to attack his house, he's going to be hit by magic. So yeah, there's wards and stuff. Those guys ain't going to get in that thing. Or at least not easily. So yeah, so that's pretty much, I think, everybody. Of course, there could be somebody I forgot. If I did, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, I'm out. See ya.